Jason Garrett, I think the part of the reason why he has worked, and obviously he hasn't been that successful, but why he's been there for that long is because he fits with Jerry Jones. He is that yin to his yang, and it works out so far. And if they if they win this season and go deep in the playoffs, then he's going to get an extension, which I think I kind of want for entertainment purposes.
You know, yesterday Greeny talked about the Cleveland Browns needing to shut up.
Yeah.
So does Jerry Jones. Every week he changes the tide with not only what he thinks, but what he feels about Jason Garrett. And this week, Jason Garrett is great, and he doesn't have all of this BS, and he doesn't, but he's still the Mad Clapper. And the Mad Clapper actually didn't teach the coin toss well enough to get his team ready to play. And Jerry Jones feels good because they played well, because the roster he put together that he believes can win the Super Bowl did well this week. If they lose to the Eagles, it'll be a totally different conversation.
Okay, what does happen if the Cowboys loses to the
If the Cowboys lose to this Eagles team this week, the whole coaching staff should be fired at the stadium. They should have to Uber to the airport. And once they get out the Uber, they don't get to go in the hangar with the rest of the team. What they got to do is go to the ticket desk and fly commercial. Dallas is a hub. It'll be easy to get a direct flight. But if they lose to this team, as depleted as the Eagles are, everybody should be gone.
Let's talk about how depleted they are, Dan, and who will be on the field for Philly on Sunday.
Wide receiver-wise, I think they're looking for volunteers, right? I mean, like they're having like a contest, right? Greg Ward actually had a good game, right? And he's a guy that came from their practice squad, and the rookie Arcega-Whiteside. But, I mean, they're leaning on Miles Sanders, the rookie running back who's coming on. The hope the Eagles have is that their defense can limit Dallas. Defense has actually played pretty well at home for the Eagles. This is what they have to go through 3 levels to get to something they feel good about right now. The defense has played pretty well at home. They may get Derek Barnett, pass rusher, back for this game, which would help, obviously, but they want to try and win a low-scoring game.
That defense had nothing for the new bad man in this league, Dak Prescott. They had nothing for him last time, and I don't think they're going to be able to slow him down at all this time.
The secondary's a mess. He can throw it right by him. That's why they're hoping maybe they can get a little pass rush and hurry things up, but the Eagles are depleted.
When you consider how injured they are, the overwhelming expectation of everyone I've asked is that Dallas wins this game. Let's talk about what it might mean for the quarterback of the Eagles if he finds a way to pull this thing out.
This is Carson Wentz's Super Bowl. The last 2 playoff runs they've had was with Nick Foles at quarterback, and so many people question, could Carson Wentz get it done? Well, he's gotten it done the last 2 weeks against the New York Giants, against the Washington Redskins, and no matter what you feel about those teams, he was working with practice squad guys who were in different leagues, guys who weren't a part of this team early on in the season, and he is making it happen. So for Carson Wentz, if he wins this game, this is his Super Bowl MVP. It doesn't matter what happens the rest of the season. He's won a game that he should not have any business being close in.
And he's a guy who's receiving criticism from his hometown fans. They don't love him as much as they used to. And with Nick Foles probably going to be out in Jacksonville, that could be a controversy brewing. I do think you're right, though. He's carried his team very much in the last couple weeks. And if he can do it against Dallas, a team that is inconsistent, it might their defense at least may not show up. I think that changes a lot of minds in that city.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports, highlights, and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.